Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. All right. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get. Okay. Your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. So this morning, okay, I started not to even do this video. I started to just take another break from social media because I tell you guys, recently, I had got the download for me to take 6 days from social media, and then it was another download for me to take 30 days. And I tell you guys, sometimes when I'm getting these downloads, it's like, was that real? Right? And oftentimes it's real. It's just you got to follow up with it, right? So yesterday, I had did a video about why I cut back from motivation, right? It all around in my house is nothing but sticky notes on my dresser in my bedroom, and then on the mirror in the bathroom, everywhere, on the refrigerator, everywhere is just a bunch of sticky notes, right? And I've been wondering lately, right? Because normally money comes to me so quick and effortlessly. And I'm not just saying it, right? We know, oftentimes we have been told to say affirmations and, things of that nature. But no, this is real. Money always come to me, right? And I was wondering because I was like, what's going on with it? And even sticky notes on here, on my ring light. And so this morning I had meditated, and I just was asking the universe for clarity. And, oftentimes I'm asking the universe for clarity. Show me, what I'm missing. Send me a sign. You guys know I believe in synchronicities. And so I meditated for 20 minutes. And after my meditation, I said, I had got this feeling, this gut feeling to listen to Abraham Hicks. Now, I remember this one particular day where as though I was about to go do Uber, and it felt like, my goals weren't happening quick enough, right? And so I had got a download for me to listen to two people, and I told you guys it was Bob Proctor and Abraham Hicks, okay? And as I'm listening to as I got that download from that point on, I would listen to Bob Proctor, and I would, go back and forth, Bob Proctor and Abraham Hicks, and, things of that nature. So this morning I had got that feeling to start listening to Abraham Hicks. And it's so funny. See, I tell you guys all the time, whatever it is that you want, you put it out into the universe. The universe is always going to give you clarity. You could say source, God, Allah, honey, you can't get wet from saying water. So I put out, send me some clarity or something, right? Because I just felt like, and that for a moment, I even was thinking like, well, is this my purpose? Because, I hear people, talking about their purpose and stuff like that. And I told you guys I had got the download for me to do videos and stuff like that, right? And so this morning I just was like, in my head. And then after my meditation, okay, and I got the download to listen to Abraham Hicks. The universe is so dope and wise, right? Because after that, I played the first video. Now, sometimes, let me tell you guys what I do sometimes, okay? Sometimes if I'm meditating and I'm listening to something on YouTube, right? Sometimes it may sound childish or whatever it is, right? Sometimes what I do is I close my eyes and I'm there and I'm like, scrolling, not scrolling, but like hit the thing, swipe up, and then I allow my finger to direct me on a meditation, the meditation video that I should be listening to as I'm meditating. For me, it's like the universe just picked it out, right? I am the universe. You are the universe. We make up the universe, right? So anyway, so this morning, I don't even know how I got on the video. I don't even know, the Abraham Hicks video, but I clicked on it and it said how to deal with old realities. It's still on my phone too. How to deal with old reality while you are waiting for new manifestations. And so it was a Gotti. Oh my goodness. This hit home for me. Okay. This was like so magical. Okay. So I'm in the bathroom. Picture this with me. Okay. Walk down memory lane. Okay. Memory lane probably was about 20 minutes ago, but picture this. So I'm in the bathroom, okay, and I'm washing my oldest son who's telling me, I could wash myself. You don't gotta wash me, okay, all right. And so I'm listening to Abraham Hicks. And it was this guy who stood up and asked Abraham Hicks a question. And basically what he was saying was, oh my goodness, man, this was mind blowing. So basically what the guy said was, he said that he would set goals. And I told you guys, right? And I told you guys about motivation yesterday, right? I did a video on motivation and why I started cutting back on motivation videos, right? And so what the guy was saying basically was, he was like, he set these goals, and because the goal haven't manifested itself yet, that he become frustrated, right? And one of the key things Abraham Hicks said, now listen to this, honey, listen to this. I hope you getting what I'm putting down, okay? One of the things Abraham Hicks said, she said the reason why it haven't manifested yet, because you are paying attention to things that haven't occurred and you keep on going back. You remember I had told you guys before, like you can't get to skinny always looking at the scale. Okay, let me say that again. Oftentimes we have these desires, right? And myself included, okay? Sometimes I'm like, let me just check my number on YouTube, or let me just check my bank account, or let me just check this, right? And sometimes you may get furious or upset because it's not there yet, right? But you cannot get to prosperity by always constantly looking at your banking account. Now, some people gonna say, you should, I had heard this one lady who was in network marketing, she said you should look at your banking account, 3 and 4 times a day, because it's gonna make you, wanna do other stuff. And in the key words of Abraham Hicks, this is what she said. She said, it's people that are telling you to be motivated. They have good intentions. They trying to motivate you. But what they are saying is that you need to sacrifice. And I was even saying that in my videos. You need to sacrifice this, or, in order to have that or whatever. And one of the things she said was, it becomes so hard. It becomes so hard. Because on one hand, you have the universe, all knowing, right? The universe, source, let's just say source, okay? You have source on one hand, okay, that is working in your favor, that want all the magic that you want to happen in your life, it wants it for you too, right? But then you start listening to people that do have good intentions, right? That's telling you, well, you got to do this every day and you got to do that. One of the things that I started saying was, well, you're not listening too much to your spirit, Dina. You listening to all these different people and they, in a motivation and stuff like that. But how do it make you feel? Okay. Oftentimes this is what we have to ask ourselves. The thing that I just listened to, how do it make me feel? Check in with yourself. Because if it doesn't make you feel well, right? Like the guy said, he would feel so frustrated that none of his goals wasn't manifesting quick enough. And then he gave a date, okay? And one of the things Abraham Hicks said was, she said it creates anxiety. It creates anxiety. And she said, instead of focusing on that, how about you be in a now moment, or how about you focus on like pretty much feeling good, right? Feeling good, because, when we feel good, that is a high frequency, okay? And the goals and the desires and everything that we want are on high frequencies. And so, I was just thinking, I was like, I don't even know if I should be, doing videos because, some of my videos I was saying this and some of my videos I was, saying that, and then some may seem like a contradiction. And then as I was waiting for the light to turn red so I could cross the street, one of the things that I heard was this: meet people where they are, right? Meet people where they are. And just share my story, share my journey. Because, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my journey with you guys. And, oftentimes it seems so hard for whatever it is that we want, we desire or want to come into fruition, is because we overcomplicating it. We making it extremely difficult because we done heard a guru say you have to do it this way, as opposed to spirit telling you to do it that way, right? And it all goes back to listening to yourself. I had heard somebody say, who do you listen to, right? And for me, is you listening to more of your spirit, because your spirit is going to guide you. Your spirit been with you, through different lifetimes. So your spirit is going to guide you. Okay. And that's who who you would listen to. Because even my videos, some of the videos, oh, do this. And then I'm going back and I'm saying, wait, hold up, this shit feel hard. Okay. And then I'm looking at my goddamn money. Okay. And I'm saying, well, what the hell is going on with this money? Okay. And so you focus on happiness because, and this was another thing, before I got into personal development, right? And this is the phenomenal thing about life, because when we go through things, growing through things, right, we could look at our lives and we could see what works for us and what doesn't work for us. You're supposed to be able to analyze your life and say, well, you know what, this works for me, and you know what, this doesn't work for me. So therefore, I'm not going to keep on doing this thing because I feel like I'm sabotaging my own desires of me manifesting the stuff that I want, right? And so, we always have the ability to see what's working for us and to see, what it is that we want from life. Because, you're going to have so many people saying, do this. And at times you're going to be so confused and they ain't going to know what the hell to do. But when you listen to that voice, that inner voice, right? That gut feeling, like yesterday when I was, at the park, and I had got that download for me to have my oldest daughter record me while I was on the swings. And at first I said, if I'm recording while I'm on the swings, I don't want to record that just to put it on, social media. And it was this gut feeling of this instant, right? Like record. And then I had my oldest daughter record it. Okay. And then I put it on YouTube and then later on, Facebook. But my whole point is this, honey. Okay. You have to understand that everything is within. Okay. And words do not teach, right? But, oftentimes I would even get caught up and say, well, I'm listening. And there's nothing wrong with, the people that I listen to. But what I seen in my life was, I'm doing the work. I'm putting out like 5 videos a day. Okay. And then also what that do too is also you start feeling like, it's like you hearing people say, well, put consistency is key, right? And you put in so many videos or you doing so much. And then you just like, well, I thought I would be further along than this, right? And then because you're not further along, it's like you start saying, what the hell is going on with it, right? Like, I'm doing everything what they done said. They told me to do the videos, to be consistent and all this other stuff. And then it goes back to, but what did Spirit tell you to do? What did Spirit tell you to do? Like, my spirit kept telling me, take 6 days off. And it was a part of me that was like, no, if I take the 6 days off, I can't take them 6 days off, because if I take the 6 days off, what about the people that say stay consistent? Okay, what about, if I leave and then how I'm gonna feel coming back after the 6 days? All these different things was going on in my mind, right? And it comes a point in time where so you just get sick and tired. You just surrender. You just put your hands up like, all right, universe, I'm coming with you freely. Okay. I'm just going to come. Right. Because you start feeling all this resistance, and it's almost like a hamster, back to the hamster on a wheel. It's almost like the hamster on a wheel. Running, and he just like running real quick on that wheel, running real quick. And then he's like, what the hell, but why I'm not getting off? Right? As opposed to letting the wheel, I hope this is a good analysis, letting the wheel slow down so he could get off the wheel. Okay? To me, it's the same as that concept. And oftentimes that's what we tend to do in life. It's like we run it. I was putting videos, last month yesterday I looked at my stats. I did 130 videos. Okay. On YouTube. Okay. And then mind you, I'm on TikTok and then Facebook. So, I'm like, what the hell? And then when I got the download, take the 6 days off, I said, you know what? Yeah. Okay. All right, this time I'm going to take it, and I ain't going to half-step it, because last time, it told me to take the 6 days off, and then by the 4th day, I was back online making videos, okay? And then and then when I had that psychic reading, okay? And even when it comes to that, okay, still follow your spirit, okay? Still listen to your spirit. Still listen to that gut feeling that's telling you what to do. Still listen to it. No one should be able to tell you more about your life and your journey more than your spirit. Okay? More than source. No one should be, because, they wasn't with you shooting in the gym. Okay? They wasn't with you. So you listening to these people, and these people, you met this here lifetime. Okay, your spirit done been with you for so many lifetimes. And then you get so caught up. And you say, oh, well, this is the guru. Okay. I don't believe in gurus and stuff like that. I don't care how many years or whatever they've been studying something. I don't believe in, calling people gurus. Okay, because I feel as though we always learning. And so getting back to my point. The point is this, okay? The point is, in life, you have to let go. You have to surrender. Okay? You have to listen to that voice. You got to become still. Because look at this, how this happened. Every time I have got that feeling, right? That gut feeling. It was always, sometimes it's in the bathroom when I'm in the shower. And I think that's probably got something to do with my sign, my Virgo sign. Okay. Because you guys know, Virgo's sign is earth. Okay. And I just learned that. I just learned that the other day. Okay. And so, but I don't know. I guess earth, water, fire, whatever. Okay. So while I was, hey, Cedric, peace to your baby. Hey, Stevie, peace to your baby, peace to. So while I was in the shower, I remember, and then I'm going to have to start getting ready to go. I remember this one particular time, right? This day I was, just like, what's going on? And I remember I got the download. I was in the shower and, I thought that I was just really, really special. Okay. Which I am. But, I thought that I was, in other words, that I would be the only one. I was the only one receiving downloads in the bathroom. Okay, normally that's where it normally happens, when I'm in the bathroom, or when I'm meditating, or I just got finished meditating, and then I would get this feeling, right? And it's like this knowingness, so to speak, or it's almost like this morning, listen to Abraham Hicks, right? It's not a voice like the way I'm talking to you guys, but it is like, almost like an idea, so to speak. Listen to Abraham Hicks. So then I listened to Abraham Hicks. But before, a few months ago, right, when I started back up on YouTube, when I started my YouTube channel again, I remember, it was, what was it, like 12 something, okay? And I remember I had asked the universe, like, what should I do, right? Send me some clarity, bro. Come on, you got to help me out, okay? And I remember it said for me to, and this is the part that's good. This is the part, don't miss this. It said for me to upload videos, right? And it was the shorts. And this is how you know this thing, it works, right? Because once I uploaded the videos on YouTube, I seen, okay, I just uploaded them. And then the next day, right, I done forgot about the videos. Because, you know why? Because I wasn't focused. I wasn't putting up resistance. Like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When it's going to be my turn? I've been doing this thing like, X amount of years now. Like, come on, what's up, right? So I wasn't putting that out. What I was putting out was, let me do this goddamn Uber. Okay, that's what I was putting out. And so I never forget, me and my youngest daughter, we was in the car, we was doing Uber, and I just dropped my youngest son off to camp, right? Well, to the summer school thing. And as I was, downtown Jersey City by Liberty House or whatever it's called, right on Montgomery, right? And I was there, that restaurant, and I was there, and something said, look at your YouTube channel. And I looked at it and I said, God damn, okay, views was all the way up, right? And that let me know you don't have to work so hard, okay? Just listen to that voice. Just listen, just get still, okay? Just at times ask for clarity. And you know what, also what I realized, sometimes you just have to be still. Sometimes there's not another play. Sometimes the next play is for you to be still. That's the next play sometimes. Sometimes it's just for you to be still. Like those 6 days I took, be still. Okay? There's not another play right now. Okay? And sometimes I will force it. Watching other people, videos, and then I say, oh shoot, I could pull something from this. Right? And I pull something, I put my own tweak, I tweak it a little and, put my own experience, what I have experienced from, that video or whatever, or that topic or whatever it is like that. But the whole point is this. The whole point is to listen to your spirit source. Listen to that. Because there's so many creators out here with so many, different topics, advice, and, things of that nature. And that's why I say, listen, you can never get nothing from me. Okay, so whatever, understand, I could never give you anything. I could just share my experience. And then once I share my experience, you take from whatever it is, but I could never give you anything. Because you guys see, sometimes I'm like, oh, well, you gotta do this. You gotta sacrifice that. And that all seems like you trying to prove yourself, right? And so yesterday, that's why I went back to the drawing board. Okay, remember how you felt before when you first started your spiritual awakening, when you first became aware? Remember how that felt? Okay? And then I had to, almost, start remembering. So then I listened to B.O.B., rapper B.O.B. video again, okay? Because I remember what he said when he was like, you know, you ain't gonna need nobody outside your existence. So I had to go back to the drawing board where it all originated from. Okay. And then I started listening to, oh yeah, I remember he said that. I remember he said, you know, you ain't gonna need nobody outside your existence. You know, sometimes you tend to forget. Sometimes you're like, well, I gotta listen to my mama. Or I gotta listen to my daddy. Or I gotta listen to, you know, the guru. Okay. The person you listen to is your spirit. That's who you listen to. Okay? That's who I'm going to listen to. Okay? And when spirit tell me to do certain things, it may not make sense. You know, it may not make sense at first. Because at first you're like, what the hell? Why would I do that? Because you can't see it. You can't see the long run. You can't see it. You can't see. You're just like, why the fuck would I do this? This don't even make sense. Like yesterday when I was at the park. You know, it was a part of me, oh, you know, why? And then a part of me, no, record. And then I said, record. Wow. Right? And then it was a part of me like, yeah, I could record this, right? And then I recorded it. And then I said, you know what? Whatever happens, it just happens. That's what type of attitude you have to have, okay? Whatever it is that you love doing. See, because oftentimes we get caught up on expectations, right? Like, all right, well, I'm putting this video out and I want to have 1 million views on this video. Okay. And when 1 million views don't happen, then it's like, you like, why the fuck this ain't working? Right. And it ain't that it doesn't work. It's because you have so much resistance towards it. Right. Oftentimes, all right, well, when I get those 1 million views, then I'm going to feel more worthy, or I'm going to feel, you know, this way. I'm going to feel that way. And you're supposed to feel that way in the here and the now moment. That's how you're supposed to feel. Okay. And so with that being said, I hope you guys got something from this. Make sure you're rocking out, believing in yourself. Make sure you do understand. Okay. The answers are within. Okay, sometimes we trip ourselves up when we like, well, this person said do this person said do that. And then by the time you finish, honey, you like a dog chasing its tail. Okay? If you doing something that feels like resistance, and what does resistance feel like? You aggravated, you frustrated, anxiety, okay? You like, what the hell? You know, why it ain't working and all this other stuff. And the more you focus on it, remember, the more you focus on what you don't want to happen, that's what's going to happen. The more you focus on what you want to happen, that's what's going to happen. Because the universe, energy does not distinguish, well, you know, she says she don't want this, or she says she want this, but she focusing on lack or scarcity. It doesn't distinguish. It just goes based upon your energy. Okay? And that's why. Because I said, damn, you know, I was before a more carefree person. Now, I may probably spend the money that was for the light bills on to something else, okay? But I was more carefree. And that's why the money constantly was coming into my life. Because, you know, I wasn't operating from scarcity or lack. And I started going, what the hell happened? Okay? And it was one thing that had something to do with everything. And that was me applying all my time and energy and attention to motivational videos. Listen, now you do what works for you. Okay? If the motivational videos are helping you out or whatever, you know, you do what works for you. But for me, I have to listen more so to my spirit than anybody else outside my existence. Right? And it's so funny because at times you have these aha moments and it's like, you know, you may be like, well, I thought I got that lesson. You know, I got that lesson when I said I wasn't going to listen to my mama no more about, you know, what path I should take. I thought I got the lesson. And then the universe is still showing you. And then you're like, oh, okay. Because I listened to this person. I listened to that person. And then it's like, but you even listening to so-called gurus. What about them, Dina? Right? And I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, what about them? Okay. You still listening to other people other than your spirit. And then okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. And so with that being said, I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. And like I said before, it don't take somebody telling me to do videos, right? And that's how I know earlier I said, started thinking, is this my purpose? This your purpose for me. And I believe, we all have many gifts and different purposes and things like that. You may have one purpose, you may have several purposes, okay? But I don't need somebody to motivate me to do videos. I do the videos already, okay? And so it's really allowing that voice. And if you're a person who, you just need clarity, put it out into the universe, okay? I'm going to share one more story with you guys. I remember I was looking, and this is another way it works, okay? The shit works, okay? But you getting caught up listening to other people, and they telling you, other things to do, and now you're like, where do I go, right? Where do I go? Listen, I remember I had lost my AirPods. Well, my oldest son said, those not AirPods, okay? Those are headphones. Well, these, okay? I had got these from Amazon, okay? And they called Tuzo, okay? They work like nobody's business. And I think they was like $20-something, okay? And they really, really affect us. If you want to tune out the noise, okay, you definitely can tune out the noise. It blocks everything, okay? So anyway, so I remember one day, I'm looking all over for this. I'm like, where the hell is it? Where is it? And I was getting frustrated because oftentimes when I'm walking, I have these in my ears, right? Tuning out the noise, don't want to hear it. Recently I've been taking them out as I'm walking because I want to hear stuff, okay? And it's stages, right? You go through stages. Maybe you don't want to hear nothing. Maybe you use this as a crutch or whatever, but then afterwards you even let this go, right? So anywho, so there's one particular day, now I remember me and my youngest son, we went to Dollar Tree. And that particular day was on a Saturday, and I had the headphones in my ear, right? And as I was, coming back from Dollar Tree and stuff like that, got caught up, the stuff that I had brought and this big balloon, giant balloon he brought from the store, my youngest son. I was so caught up with helping him blow the balloon up and all this other stuff that I misplaced the AirPod, headphone, whatever you want to call it. Right. And so, I remember it was a Monday, right? Now, when I'm picking my children up from school, normally before I would love having these in my ear. Nowadays, not so much. Okay. Nowadays is not so much. You know why? Because it's like, you don't have that anxiety because you're not so focused and putting all your attention on, well, is it happening yet? When is it going to happen? I don't see results and all this other stuff. You just really you go with the flow. So I was going with the flow, right? And I go with the flow now. And so, I had seen, recently I started going with the flow because I ain't had no other choice, honey, but to surrender. But anyway, so I'm going to pick my children up, and before I go pick them up, I'm like, where the hell is my AirPod? Where's my headphone? Whatever, and I could not find it. So when my youngest son, who's 8 years old, he comes home, I'm asking him, I'm like, Javon, did you see my AirPod or whatever it is? So he's telling me all these different things, these different scenarios, what he got in his mind. Oh, you left it at the store. So I said, I left it at the store. So I said, I know I didn't leave that headphone at the store because I would have remembered. That would have been something that I had remembered, right? So anywho, I said, you know what? I'm going to just let it go. I'm going to let it go. Okay. It's no need to cry over it or stress over it. I'm just going to let it go. Okay. What's the worst? I have to buy new headphones or whatever it is, whatever. Right. And all of a sudden, I meditated. Okay. I meditated. And I said, wherever the headphone is, guide me to it. Got done from the meditation. Okay. And I told this story before. Okay. So the ones that's like, I don't know. Right. I told this story before. Okay. And so I got done from the meditation. After the meditation, something said, pull the sofa back. But I pulled the sofa back. I looked all over. I flipped the cushions up, honey. Looked all in between the crevices of the cushion. Looked underneath the sofa, everywhere. Was not there. Okay. And so this voice is now telling me, guiding me to look behind the sofa. So I said, I did that, but what the hell? Let me check. So I put my hand, like where the radiator is, and for sure, the headphone was there. And I got so excited. The reason being was because, oftentimes you feel like you in this thing alone, this thing called life, but you're never alone, right? You always have spirit with you, right? You are a spirit. We all have spirits, right? We all are spirits. And is always going to guide you. And so when I had that aha moment, like, oh, wow, I found it. It made me feel like I wasn't by myself. It made me feel like someone else was listening to my request. It made me feel like, damn, this shit really works, right? It made me feel, I started feeling so much confidence because it's like, this works, okay? It really does. And so I started feeling good. And then I did a video on it. So with that being said, listen to your spirit. Listen to source, whoever you deem source to be. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.